Today we are going to go back over lesson 57 in phonics, the sounds of GH, IGH, and IGHT. I know this was the last lesson we had done in phonics before you were out for those 2 weeks, so I wanted to review this before we moved on. So our first word has the GH at the beginning. And so when GH is at the beginning of the word, you are going to mark the H silent, and so it's just GH is going to make the G sound in this word. So let's mark this word. The first thing we're going to do is mark the H silent by putting a line through it. The next thing we are going to do is mark our vowel with an X. And this ends in OST, so we are going to underline the OST, and we know when it has OST, that makes our O long. So this word is ghost. I am not afraid of a ghost. The next words are when we have GH at the end of a word without an I. So when we have GH at the end of the word without an I, it's going to make the F sound. So when we mark these words, we are going to put a little F above all these GHs. The first word is laugh. I can laugh at a joke. The next word is tough. The wrestler was tough. The next word is enough. I have had enough of that. And the last word is cough. You should cover your cough. So our words with GH at the end are laugh, tough, enough, and cough. And the GH at the end makes the F sound. The next word has IGH. When we have IGH, we know that the GH are going to be silent and they are going to make the I long. So let's prove this word. The first thing we're going to do is X our I. The next thing we're going to do is mark our H silent, mark our G silent, and then mark our I long. So that word is sigh. I let out a sigh of relief. Sigh. The next word has IGHT at the ends. When we have IGHT at the ends, we know that we are going to mark out our G and an H, and they're going to be silent. Our I is going to be long and say I, and our T is going to make the T sound. So let's prove this word. The first thing we're going to do is mark our I. The next thing we're going to do is mark our H silent, then our G silent, and our I long. So when we read this word, it is going to say sight. I have very good eyesight. Now let's review our rules for GH, IGH, and IGHT. Remember that when we have GH at the beginning of the word, the H is going to be silent and the G is going to say G. If it's at the end of the word without an I, it's going to make the F sound. If we have IGH, the G and the H are silent and the I is going to be long. And if we have IGHT, the G and the H are silent, the I is going to be long, and the T is going to make the T sound. I'm going to give you some time to read these words on this transfer card, and then I will read them to you and you can read them with me. All right, so remember with GH at the beginning of the word, the H is silent and the G is saying G. And at the end of the word without I, it's going to say, make the F sound. So let's read these words. Ghost, gale, tough, laugh. With IGH, The G and the H are going to be silent and the I is going to be long. So we have the word high, sigh, nigh, zai. Then with IGHT, the I is going to be long, the G and the H are going to be silent, and the T is going to make the T sound. So we have the word sight, night, right, flight. Now I will read the sentences for you. Would you laugh or sigh at the sight of a ghost in the night? They were asking a high price for the flight. So that is the rules of GH, IGH, and IGHT. On your student dashboard, you will notice that your spelling words this week are those words with GH, IGH, and IGHT. So practice writing those words and proving those words and making sure that you know the rule.